Head coach Rossi, the attack gym, street warrior, Njia Uhuru Kipura. Njia Uhuru is a Swahili term. It means the way of freedom. Kipura is the correct pronunciation of the whole human and self-defense system and whole human development system and self-defense system, mispronounced as capoeira in the year 1712 by Rafael Bluto. So we know exactly when and how that word capoeira was created. It is the mispronunciation and the misunderstanding of the original term for the original whole human development self-defense system that was born in Congo thousands of years ago. Now let's jump right into this. Let me give you the scenario. Okay, a guy named Dorian LaCourse sells 200 machine guns to gun retailers and Lord knows who else. He's written 100 letters lying to various people. We have no idea who he's talking to. 100 letters, it's a lot of people. Over 3 years to ensure that this scheme works. He gets arrested, prosecuted, but he only gets 6 months of house arrest. Now another person named Jay Johnston, he doesn't point his gun at anyone. He's peacefully protesting with a group of other individuals. They just convicted him and he could face up to 9 or more years in the federal pen for not doing anything. Guess which one of them is black? Oh yeah, I thought you'd get that right. Well, let me throw something else at you. Dorian LaCourse was the former police chief of Addiston, Ohio. Yes, you heard that right. The police chief used the powers of his station to acquire and resell 200 machine guns and made certain that hand-picked gun dealers were going to resell them to Lord knows who for Lord knows what. And he didn't care as long as he got his cut of the profits, which were in the thousands, of course. You know how expensive machine guns can be. But he gets 6 months of house arrest for putting 200 machine guns on the streets. Now, we saw what one machine gun could do in Uvalde, Texas. We saw what one high-powered weapon machine gun could do in Buffalo. We saw what Rittenhouse did with his machine gun. We have way too many examples of that going all the way back to the Batman premiere. For those of you who actually have an operating memory and remember the Batman premiere and the humongous tragedy that was. Also, remember all those shootings that happened in Las Vegas. Remember the shooter out of the window, got his shot on and reloaded and shot all kind of people? Yeah, all kind of crazy mass shootings have been happening because of these idiots who have access to these kind of weapons. Now, I'm a big 2A guy. I do believe in responsible gun ownership, and I believe in the Second Amendment. Most of you do not know what the Second Amendment is, and those of you run around going, I have the right to bear arms, don't know what the hell you talking about. You can even quote the Second Amendment, but that's going to be for another video. I'll get to that and you idiots in another video where I specifically delve into the Second Amendment and how it even came to us, because it wasn't for you, and it definitely wasn't for me. Anyway, let's talk about Jay. This is Grand Master Jay of the INFAC, the Not Around Coalition. And we know why they convicted that brother. Because it was he who, and his crew, who organized the first powerful, well-organized, armed, legally armed black militia since the Black Panthers. And there are quite a few of you who would take issue with the idea or the notion that the Black Panthers were a militia, that they were a revolutionary group instead. And there's some truth to that, but I'm not. This video isn't for that particular discussion. I'll drop another video and we can definitely get into that. And since I'm going to get my doctorate in African Studies, I'm more than ready to hotbox with you on those issues as well. Here's the point. This is what this is about. We know why you convicted Grandmaster Jay. He hasn't been sentenced yet. His sentencing is supposed to be in August, I believe August 22nd. But we know why. The reason and the message the reason you're doing so and the message you're sending is that if we, people who look like me, arm ourselves to protect ourselves from evil creatures like the Buffalo Killer, most of you idiotic Trumpers, and anybody who supported Rittenhouse or would vote for Herschel Walker, if we arm to protect ourselves from you would unleash the forces of the state and of the federal government to imprison us. We have a response for you. I'm going to leave it at that.